Christy. Hello there, my lovely legionnaires.
Oh god, I need to mute the tab.
I'm a little late, and I'm sorry. I felt really gross. And I still feel kind of gross, which is why we're not gonna play. So, okay, so originally, like the schedule says, we were supposed to do observation duty tonight, but I feel gross, and Brooke felt gross, so Brooke was like, I can barely pay attention to the phone game I'm playing. I am not going to be. I'm not going to be able to focus on this. I feel like ass. And I'm like, okay, I feel like ass, you feel like ass. We'll play this another time. So, I'm gonna just finish this.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Which is good. Jason does look absolutely fabulous.
Thank you. I'm so proud of him. I'm gonna just turn on an ambiance playlist. Oh, this is generated by AI. Fuck you.
No. Get that shit out of here.
Get that shit out of here. Fuck that. Fuck this. Fuck you.
Don't do that shit here. We don't do that shit here. Hello.
Hello.
Bing bong.
So it's time to line Freddy Krueger.
It's Dio. Okay.
Hello.
I'm bad at telling voices apart.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But I feel gross. And only part of it's because I watched all of Urban Spook.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no.
God.
I caught Lazy's video and it was just ugh.
Your cursed fun fact is that with toddlers, their adult teeth grow right underneath their eyeballs. And they push their way out.
Cool, thanks.
Absolutely, you're allowed to say that, because it's true. So yeah, I watched all of Urban Spook. So now I have... Surprising, chat. I have thoughts.
Something, the final sub goal has just been unlocked.
Oh no, that video's getting made.
Good.
Like...
Good.
So I sat down and I watched all of Urban Spook, chat. And let me tell you, I don't understand how this got popular in the first place. It's fucking boring as shit.
Yeah.
So, okay. We're gonna talk some trash tonight.
Oh hell yeah.
We're gonna spill some tea. I'm gonna give you some preemptive thoughts. You'll get more, like, nuanced, well-phrased thoughts later when I have some time to ruminate. But see, like, I also watched all of 13 Reasons Why, and, like, well, the first season, anyway. And 13 Reasons Why, as trashy and, like, badly put together as it was entertaining. You know?
Yeah.
I wasn't bored. Fucking Urban Spook is boring. Like, if you're not unsettled by like, the content, there's just nothing. It's nothing. It's a fucking every episode is a fucking PowerPoint presentation. It is a block of text, several pictures, a block of text, several pictures, over and over and over again, stretched out over the course of 2 to 3 minutes. I watched those motherfuckers on 2 times speed, and I was still like, skip, 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 skip. Like, come on. Fucking... There's no voice acting, except for the fucking 911 call that happens in episode 7, I think?
7 or 8, something like that.
No, it's 7, because 8's the newest one. Yeah, it was 7.
Oh.
So, like, if you're not scared by, like, because there's like, okay, I'm gonna compare it to Gemini for a minute, because Gemini is my current favorite. Gemini is put together in such a way that it feels like the old, like, edutainment, or like the old educational tapes that your fucking teacher puts on, when they don't want to do anything for the day, right? When you have a substitute in your science class. Or they're formatted like tapes you would send to, like, a business briefing that have been fucked with. First of all, the series has no reason to be videography, because, like, there's no video. Like, there's no editing, there's no, like, format that would make it make sense. Like, the whole conceit is stupid. He also specifically said, so I went through his Reddit. 'Cause I wanted some, like, insight, right? Into what was up, into what was good. And I went through his Reddit, and this motherfucker's like, yeah, well, immersion wasn't a big thing for me. Huh? Like,
It almost feels like he name searches himself as well.
oh, he for sure does. It's why every time I tweet about it, I use his name. It's because I want to see if he'll... I want to see if I can get some free clout. Fucking, why not? I'm gonna make the video regardless, but, like... fuck this dude.
I will never get over... Hi. A fan of fan of a single boy, my favorite boy, Postra.
Mm-hmm.
I will not get over the way that he talked to Postra.
No, because it's...
Oh, it was...
About having, hey, I have a disagreement on this thing, I don't like it. Well, you're a pussy.
You're... No, do not mince words. You're pussy, autistic, furry horror.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
he said.
that's what it was, my bad.
Fucking mwah. And he's
also,
like, oh,
the whole...
when I'm done, I'm gonna continue to make extreme horror, but I'm not gonna align myself with the analog community anymore. You motherfuckers are pussies.
Because the analog community is made up of children. Hey, you notice how sometimes with these, like, oh, there's a difference between fiction and reality, fuckers are always like, oh, if you disagree with me, you must be a child. I think that's so interesting. I think this is a case study that's worth looking into, that's all.
It's because there's a difference.
So fun, so cool, so interesting.
It's because there's a difference between fiction and reality. Sure.
You're sure right. There sure is.
There sure is.
However, comma.
So, like, why do, here's the thing, as well. Motherfuckers really do be, I keep seeing in praise, is they're like, series is so realistic, it's so gritty and real. Like, it's not. It's absolutely fucking ludicrous. Where the fuck did the killers get, like, 10 gallons of candle wax to freeze this man, and nobody fucking saw that? No, nobody saw that? This motherfucker was locked up in his house with his dog's broken leg, with his dog yowling from its broken legs for days, and nobody called the cops?
Yeah. Secondary point. Hi. Look, okay. I don't, I'm not a big fan of the police, I'm not, one of those police apologists. However, comma, you would think with all these, with these studios constantly getting art supplies to create paintings, they would have, I don't know, looked at the surveillance cameras of were there no Michaels or Joannes in their weird fictional world?
Yeah, like, these motherfuckers
apparently not.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are, like, freaks as well. Like, they're terrifying to look at.
Yeah.
And, like, so, like, okay, we're gonna lean into Gemini again, right? I talked about this when we watched Gemini, where I said, like, you can clearly tell that the monsters that have been included in things like Gemini are digital illustration. You can tell that they're digital paintings. But, because of the way that those digital paintings are, like, constructed and edited and well put together, I can believe that in this, that I am supposed to be, it's like looking at a cartoon, right? Like when you watch something that's animated, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so this is their world. This is the setup, right? This is what you want me to believe. And I believe it. But, like, the thing about Urban Spook is that because of its illustrations are good, I guess. I mean,
I don't hate them.
Yeah, I guess this is one of those things is, like, on a technical level, they're not bad. Like, so, like, to say that Urban Slug's a bad artist would be incorrect. But, like, I don't like them.
It's certainly a wheel. Certainly hasn't been reinvented.
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
It's the art is good, but like the type of art where it's just the spooky faces, blah 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 blah. It's like I don't want to say there's nothing about it that feels unique because every artist has their own style, and of course every artist's art is unique in some way, shape, or form because it's an expression of themselves. But it's like spooky face number 1, spooky face number 2, spooky face number 15. It's
Spooky face number 15, Burger King full.
It just kind of all becomes the same after a while.
Yeah, it's all fucking soup, is my point, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I've said this before. I want the record to reflect, should he ever see this, Mr. Nocturne, Mr. One Nicholas Pickles Nocturne. I'm a very big fan. I was a subscriber to your Patreon. You did help me out with my, with some of my early works for stuff. And, something you said to me is still currently my, Twitter bio. I would like to collaborate at some other point. You have had one, bad take, and it was that, early Mandela catalog was worse than later Mandela catalog. And I think that take is ass, and I disagree highly.
We're all allowed to be wrong once.
Nick is allowed to be wrong. However, Nick's early critique, his critique of why he didn't find Mandela catalog scary is justified, but I disagree. Like, I don't think that take was, like... I don't think that take was wrong, but I just don't agree with it. He said... It feels like the only thing that Mandela Catalog has going for it is build up spooky face, build up spooky face. And I disagree. I think its atmosphere more than carried it, right? It's the same, It's the same way with Gemini. The one thing I'll say consistently for Alex Kister is that he does still continue to create a really cool atmosphere. I just wish. But, like... That's all Urban Spook is. That's all it is. It's it's scary face, brutal depiction of violence, spooky face,
wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, wash, rinse, repeat. There's no point to it. There's no texture, there's no excitement. The fucking episodes are so wildly repetitive, too. That's something I want to, like, really hammer into, is because motherfuckers are like, oh, it's the... And, like, I'm going to talk about the content and my issues with it, but, like, from a technical, structural level, this fucking sucks. It's so boring. All this fucking... Because my whole point, like, my current thesis as I'm working on this and doing, like, the research and the reading is, like, if it weren't for the gore, this shit would just blow. Like, it's just not good.
Can I offer you a hot take, Keaton? Well, I guess kind of a point, if I will.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think that Urban Spook, whatever it's called, could have been really, really good. Because you said the whole thing, it's still image, text, still image, text. You know what would have made it good? Is if they would have gone slightly Magnus Archive with it and made it almost like an audio recording of somebody recording, like the tapes themselves. for the talk. I mean, it still wouldn't fix some other problems. I just think it'd be more interesting.
I'm not gonna go into the nitty-gritty of this because I want to make a whole ass point in that video about, like, how I would have done this concept differently. Because, like, far be it for me to just sit there and be like, your shit sucks, and then not offer some kind of, like, critique.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, your shit does suck, but, like, here's what I would do. If I could take it or leave it, who cares? But, like, the thing that gets me is I don't understand why this needed to be a video series. I think that, like, making this like, I think you could have done something really fucking interesting if you could have just, like, leveraged, and this is gonna, I'm not gonna get too into, like, the nitty-gritty of it, because I'm going to talk about this at length, what I would have done, like, technically. I would have done this whole shit through DeviantArt. I think that would have been way more interesting. Because, like, so, for example, right, do you remember a while back, I remember it was on, like, a lot of lists, on a lot of, like, the top 10 spookiest internet things lists. You remember that guy on DeviantArt who drew the same woman's face, like, every day for, like, years? And his
I have never heard of that,
and his
but
art's
I
really
am
creepy.
completely perturbed.
Yeah,
like,
it's not a specific person. It's just he draws this specific face and he's been doing it every day for, like, years. And people were like, that's really creepy and weird. And a very interesting debate got sparked about it, specifically because they were like, well, he's not doing anything. Like, her face isn't maimed or weird. It's not very well put together. And it's repetitive. He does it every day. And there's, like, no caption. He doesn't really talk much. He doesn't interact with a lot of posts. And people were like, well, it's clearly just some guy getting in his practice, but, like, it's spooky. It's kind of ominous.
mm-hmm.
I would have just fucking, like, I'd have put together some, like, some external elements, but I would have just main-based it out of fucking DeviantArt. Because, like, the whole point is that it's like, artist shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have made a DeviantArt and a Twitter account. The DeviantArt is for the artist. The villains, the serial killers, and then the Twitter account is our, like, protagonist who's talking about, like, oh, they found these paintings XYZ place, you know? Providing external context. I think that would have been better. Like, making it text formatted instead. Doing more of a, more the sun vanished or Dear David than, like,
Yeah. Or even, like, so now I'm clicking through these videos because it's just a glorified slideshow. It almost would be better to have it formatted like a blog post or something, because it's supposed to be like, oh, the police found these paintings, and here's what all these paintings are. It almost would work better in, like, a blog format as, like, a pseudo, like, police report kind of a thing.
Yeah. I watched an episode of Urban Spook and it was bad. This is coming from someone who is also a horror fan. Yeah, factually correct. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
There's no thought put into any of this. And I think that's part of what pisses me off so much about it. Is, like, again, I've talked about this before. I'm a Fujimoto fan. I read fucking Mad K. Like, I read shit that'd make your fucking toes curl. But, like, those things are good and this is bad because those things consider, like, what their shit means. What their shit is for. Why their thing has gore to begin with. Why their shit has, like, violence and all of that good shit. And, like, it's not it's not fucking exploitative. Like, that's what this is. It's exploitative. Because, like, all it does is make you gawk at, like, the absurdity of it. And, like, the thing that gets me about, like, the notion of realism in particular fucking baffles me. Because, like, no. If we were looking at this from the perspective of it being, like, more realistic, these motherfuckers, if they were human, would have gotten caught ages ago. Because there's no fucking way that half of this shit was done and the police found nothing. Like, for example, in the episode Pigs, the one where the lady gets Mr. Hands, they're like, we found a mattress that was covered in blood and sildenafil. It was blood, sildenafil, which is Viagra, and penicillin.
Bandages.
Yeah, bandages.
Bandages
And penicillin. So this mattress is covered in blood. Clearly someone has been here for days. We got no DNA on that? None?
I just, once again, I want to bring up the point of, hey, these guys are artists. Where are they getting all their stuff from?
Yeah. We're not canvassing the local Michaels, but I'm Tish.
Are they making their paint out of local wildlife berries or something?
I mean, it's possible, but, like, the moment you start challenging the narrative that Urban Spook is trying to, like, give, it falls apart, and that's a lot of things. It's not good writing, DB.
No, it's so terribly, like, on a raw construction level, it's just bad. Like, it's just so awkwardly put together. And so, like, it's so awkward and stilted. It's also, again, like, the big thing is it's fucking boring. Like, if you don't, it is currently, where the fuck is my sub count? Huh? Oh, now my sub counter's just gone! Cool. Great. Good God.
Urban Spook stole the sub counter.
I can't.
Urban Spook stole the sub
Damn,
counter.
he knows. He knows.
He knows!
Where the fuck is my... There we go. Subathon goal.
I feel like I can make some sort of Skyrim joke here because
just gone.
apparently the artist is from Sweden, but nothing's coming to mind.
I just can't get over it. It's
Never
just...
should have come here.
Gore makes me queasy. Exactly! Like, it's just fucking bad. Everything about it is just poorly put together, fucking awkwardly structured. And, like, the worst part, like, for me, is that it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't give you, like, it doesn't serve any purpose. I would be less mad, unironically, I would be less mad at it if it didn't, if it at least, like, had a point.
I believe, and I know you and I have both watched Lazy's video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with something that they had said, where it was like, and also the thing about horror is typically you get attached to the characters. But when you show us a character and they die immediately, I don't care.
Oh, so...
Why should I care about what happens to them if I don't even get to know them? Oh, they're dead. Oh.
It's 2:15, Slaps is just being stupid.
Rip.
But yeah, we're currently at 2:15.
Nice.
Fucking, yeah, if your characters are they're fucking names. Like, I don't... Like, you're hitting random on a name generator and then, like, making up the kills as you go. Like, they don't have anything to do with anything. They're not, like... And he's like, he's... One of the things on Reddit is he's like, I'm doing it as a way to, like, make up fun kills. And I'm like, first of all, fun's an interesting word that you chose to use here, my man. I've seen fun kills. I watch a lot of, like, Grindhouse and, movies in my spare time, because I think they're funny. I like Planet Terror. I like when Quentin Tarantino's dick falls off. It's very funny. I would like you to explain to me what's funny about... What's a fun, funky, fresh thing about a woman being raped to death by a horse?
Or you know, the Walls episode.
Yeah, like, what about that is, like... is fun the word you want to use? But sure. And then, like... But... It's like, okay, so if you're just using this as an excuse to come up with interesting kills, then you're literally just, like, hitting random on a generator to get a name and then just killing them, and that doesn't... Again, it doesn't add anything. It's not substantive, it doesn't add anything to your narrative. If these characters were characters... Like, the thing in... I'm gonna provide you a hot take. The thing that makes funny... like, kills in horror movies, like, funny, or, like, the thing that makes inventive kills in horror movies, like, entertaining to watch, is that they have something to do with something. Like, a perfect example is, like, I read Shoujo Null, and that series also sucks, but, like, one of the first kills in it is these shitty teenage brats get chainsawed in half because we see them dicking around with a chainsaw because they want to be like or they want to be like, TCM, right? They're like, oh, it'll be funny when we chainsaw these robots in half, hee-ho, and so they get chainsawed in half. Like, it's not a good example, but it's the first one off the top of my head. Like, inventive and interesting kills in slasher flicks and those types of things are interesting and inventive specifically because they have something to do with something. There's build-up to them. I watched Midsummer Murders, seen a guy tied down to a croquet lawn and as a murderer used a trebuchet to launch wine bottles at him. Yeah, exactly! Like, that kind of shit. Like, it's gotta have some setup and some punchline in order for, like, your slasher kills to be, like, over the top and interesting, right? Without that, it doesn't add anything. It's just, I wanted to write these words on paper. Because, like, because we don't... And the other thing, too, is, like, it's half-assed. Okay. I'm gonna give you a hot take, and I'm gonna elaborate on this slowly, because this is a point I want to make in the script, and it'll be way more eloquently worded in the script, so, like, take this with a grain of salt as it's coming off the top of my head. I'm gonna say something very powerful, and I want you to listen to me for a minute. And I want you to hear me all the way out.
Okay. Mr.
Urban Slug is a fucking pussy. Commit to your fucking bit. Hear me out. I'm a firm advocate, right? If you're gonna do something fucked in your story, commit to it. If you're like, oh, this is what happened to them, fine. Cool. Your paintings are abstract. Show us what happened. Give us more moments like with Isabel. Like, I don't feel anything. I don't even feel revulsion when you describe them to me because you're a pussy. Because you're not giving me their deaths. You're giving me a description of their deaths. You're sitting across from me and explaining to me what happens in Mr. Hands, and I'm not afraid or reviled by that when you sit and talk to me the same way I would be if I watched Mr. Hands. So your shock value doesn't even work, because all you're doing is second, third handing it, you pussy. If you're going to sit here and if you're going to sit here and call people little pussy bitches because they can't handle your spooky, ominous shit, and you promise up and down you're not doing it for shock value, commit to your fucking bit. Like,
I have a statement I would like to make,
Mhm.
if you're done.
Absolutely. Oh, my last thought is, I hate Aaron Beauregard. I think Aaron Beauregard's a homophobic piece of shit. Fuck.
Who hates women?
Who
Yeah,
hates
yeah.
women. Aaron Beauregard has balls, because at least in Aaron Beauregard's books, he has the audacity to show us what's happening and have it serve the point of putting us in the victim's point of view, to making us feel their horror, instead of just going, and then her feet got sawed off, and they shoved a brick in her mouth, and then just being done with it.
Okay, yeah, so funny thing about that too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, yeah, I love, I know it's propaganda, but I love the murder mystery shows so much. Right now I've been watching Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Bones, my beloved.
If
Sorry.
Dr. Temperance Brennan would be mortified if she had to look at a police report and it was phrased the way that Urban Spooks phrases their reports. What is a pulling force? Just say torn. Just say torn. What?
Because they need to emphasize that he pulled them off. He had to emphasize that he pulled this 11-year-old's cock off. Because where's the horror in it if I just say that it was ripped off? Because then they can be like, oh, it was ripped off, like, with an object. Like, it wouldn't you wouldn't immediately think your bare hands. Because, again, he's a pussy! I'm throwing the gauntlet down right now. I'm dropping the fucking gauntlet. Urban Slug is a fucking pussy. I just, like, because if you don't even put them in the point of view of your perspective character, then, like, how the fuck am I supposed to feel anything?
Exactly.
Do you think slow burn horror is scarier than jump scares? 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Absolutely.
Always, I do. God, all my fucking... Yeah, Slabs is being weird tonight, so all my notifications, my chat box, it's all gone.
Oh, fun.
It'll probably be back
I can't believe
tomorrow.
Urban Spook stole all your shit.
I can't believe this. Hey, what the fuck? Yeah, it's a good fucking question. What do you mean by fun, Mr. Urban Spook? How's being raped by a horse scary? It's not. That's the whole point. None of it is. Like,
it's all shock value.
It's all shock value. It's not fear. You're not creating fear. You're not creating terror. Again, I'm gonna keep tapping the sign. Fear and revulsion are not the same thing. Only a hack confuses the two. This shit fucking blows. I can't wait. God, this is the worst.
You know, at the very least, there's a content warning before the video.
And they suck! You have no idea
They suck, but it's better than nothing.
You have no idea how motherfucking stoked I am to talk about that, because I'm gonna take a whole bit. There's a whole bit that's gonna be in that script, because as my beautiful legionnaires know, every time we play a horror game, I roast the shit out of bad content warnings. Because I think a content warning is important. I think it's important that you let your audience know what they're partaking in, so that they can partake in it fairly and evenly, you know? And this doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
Like, if I'm gonna be totally real. You know about me and my stuff. If I would have gone into Urban Spook blind and I would have gotten to the walls segment without knowing what was about to happen, I feel like I probably would have panicked and thrown up, and it wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of these episodes have like Windows Movie Maker's effects, and it's kind of funny.
It's hilarious. There's
like
no
the
thought.
Zoom in on the wax pile. Dog.
The fucking. You want me to be afraid? You want me to be afraid of your fucking cum pile? Are you for real? Our God, are you for real? Is this all you fucking got? your shit. I'm not grossed out by it, even. Like, this is just bad.
It's just... I think the worst part, maybe from my perspective, is it's not just bad, it's disappointing.
Yeah!
Because I feel like he has such an interesting concept to work with, and it went nowhere.
Well, listen, it makes sense that he would, if we find out that the bit, hand to God, if we find out that the bit, like, the whole thing is that they're artists scorned, and they're here to, like, impose their art on others, I'm calling it immediately, and I'll be like, art and fiction are different, huh? What a fucking self-report. Anyway.
You AI generated my work for the last time.
If I find out those I'm not gonna undermine the man's, like, actual work. So, like, where we are currently, I'm not gonna say that they are. So I want to preempt that. If I find out at any point that he starts AI generating his artwork, I'm gonna lose it. I think that'd be hilarious. I don't think they're defo not now, because like he said, they're all old. But dollars to donuts if he starts doing it later. I called it, and I'll lose my mind.
Also, hey, you can make plenty of merch off of, fucked up shit. Silent Hill merch exists for a reason, that kind of stuff. Not Corey.
Listen!
I'm sorry, that's a line that should have been drawn.
I've talked about my, like, I've said before, I'm, like, a weird pervert about shit like that, where, like, I get weirdly defensive, and I'm like, once you've merchandised something, it's inherently not as scary as it used to be. And, like, that's a personal opinion, 100%. I've heard the opposing side, and I don't even necessarily think it's wrong, I just disagree. It lessens it for me, is the point. If you can enjoy things, yeah. I'm happier if you can enjoy things than if you can't, right? But, like, I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you right now. Nothing rings more hollow than, like, yeah, I don't really give a shit about immersion. Yeah, clearly you don't. There's 2 Shopify links in your fucking description. Put more effort into making sure that your fucking merch got plugged than actually the narrative cohesion of the fucking thing you're making. Christ. And then we find out that he doesn't watch analog horror. Hey, spoilers, dickhead. Maybe if you, like, participated in the community that you're shamelessly trying to get clout off of, your shit wouldn't suck so bad.
Yeah.
God, listen, I'm full of fucking piss and vinegar tonight, but, like, I fucking hate this shit. It infuriates me. I have so little patience for it. 'Cause, like, I think partly as somebody who, like, works so fucking hard on her own fucking horror content, the notion that people think, like, this is something I can get away with. I can get by doing the bare minimum. That shit fucking pisses me off. I work so hard, and to, like... You're just jealous. Yeah, a little bit. Not even gonna fucking lie.
It's more in the jealousy of, like, this is the type of shit that's allowed to get popular.
Yeah. This is what I have to compete with?
Yeah.
Dog. I worked so hard to make this house a home. What are we talking about?
I worked so hard to make this Minecraft house a Minecraft home.
I just spent the last 43 minutes yelling about Urban Spook. I am gonna make a full video on it, and I'll have more, like, nuanced, well put together thoughts. Eaten jealous, she's a green-eyed monster. I am.
At least Freddy Krueger's nails are on fleek. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm on witness right now. This sucks.
Right?
It's so bad. It's
It's fu-
so bad.
It's fucking ass.
I had to pause my YouTube history because I don't want this shit affecting my main page.
Damn, you can pause your YouTube
God.
history. I'm gonna get some weird recommendeds in the next couple of weeks.
I just used my totally legal alternative account. I'm not putting this on main. Uh-oh. Heaton?
Hmm.
Was that you or was that Dio? Or was that me?
Who?
I'm so
What?
confused. It sounded like somebody left the call and everything dropped and I got so confused. Did I get bamboozled? I'm so confused.
No.
Can't believe I've been urban spooked. Oh god.
It's fucking me when the urban spook killers urban spook all over the place.
My favorite part is when they went at spook in
God.
time and spooked every.
My favorite part is when the killers spook everyone and go, "It's spookin' time." Makes me want to play NG. What's NG?
True. I heard it. I heard NG and I went Newgrounds?
That is also the first thing that I thought, but I think that's probably wrong.
Might be dealing with a ghost. You know what? Why not? Why not a ghost?
I can't believe you're
The ghost of my sanity.
Can't believe you're getting fucking urban spooked.
I can't believe I'm getting urban spooked in my own home.
No.
Yeah, me too.
No. They do not call.
Dio?
Yeah?
You dropped.
Hey,
You died.
sorry.
What?
Yeah, you died from it. All I heard was, I cannot believe they, and then deads. I can't believe Urban Spook got Dio! No!
Oh. They the milking barn, they call it a milk house. There's no way. There's no way.
The milk house. The house where they keep the milk.
The milk
The
house.
Milk House. Man, Milk House is my favorite Simpsons character. Thank you, everybody. I try really hard.
Shut the fuck up, Aether. Jesus Christ.
That was funny as shit. You know it.
I hate this. I hate you. I hate it here. Fuck.
Oh my.
Christ alive. Can you fucking imagine?
Oh man, that was good.
Freddy is fairly dichromatic, which means that like I don't have to work that hard, which is kind of nice actually.
Hell yeah. We're allowed a little cheating as a trait.
Well, it's not even cheating. It's just I don't have to. The easiest one is probably going to be Ghostface, considering they're like what, 2 colors?
Black, white, sometimes a little bit of red.
I smell corned beef.
Corned beef.
Dichromatic means 2. Dichromatic means that a design is comprised of 2 colors. That means that they're making the fried rice.
Oh, did Heaton get a little whiff of something?
I did. I smell corned beef, which means that they're making Sanji's fried rice.
Ooh.
And she's a sequel to Deathmark. Both games are visual novel horror games. Oh, I played Deathmark. I played that game, and I liked it. It was very good. Sufficiently spooky. I really liked its artwork. didn't know there was a sequel. I might have to see if I can invest in that.
I'm sorry, I can't get over the bit heat, and I keep murmuring it in my head, and it keeps making me laugh.
What?
My favorite part is when they said the artist said spook in time, and they spooked all over the campus. God, it's just not good.
No. Imagine,
Yippee, Minecraft house.
Imagine, like, actually trying.
Oh no.
I am going back to playing Cyberpunk. This is stupid.
Yeah, it sure is.
What a fucking confident declaration. I'm going back to Cyberpunk. This shit's stupid.
I'm speechless. It's not even that it's like, oh, it's so disturbing for me, it's too much, but it's just stupid.
It really
It's
is.
just so stupid.
I double-checked my ref,
Listen,
you're so
we're all just pussies, and we can't understand urban spooks. Intelligent, you need a high IQ to understand her.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. My IQ is just too low for urban spooks. I'm an analog horror fan. Clearly, I'm 5 years old.
Oh, my favorite is he's like, oh, clearly for like eagle-eyed viewers, people who don't want their fucking story spoon-fed to them, and I'm like, fucking what story?
I don't want a story spoon-fed to me, but I would like it if there was a story that I could, understand, a story that I could eat,
Yeah, I don't need the story spoon-fed to me. I would simply like to consume it. Oh, I thought Dio was just gonna... Oh, there we go. I thought for a split second you were just gonna abandon us!
Why does this keep happening to me?
The spookening.
Dio died for a bit. The spook level's simply too high. You're so right.
It was too much for me. What story where? For the eagle eye view. Where? You're giving us... Go, girl, give us nothing.
Yas, queen, give us nothing.
Like I said, I don't want the story spoon-fed to me. I get it. I can understand. I have a high school reading level. I can understand nuance in my stories. The only problem is there's nothing to spoon-feed to me.
Exactly. These characters don't, like...
What characters?
Exactly! There's no connection between them. None of them are really even memorable. Like, as I'm going through this, and mind you, it could just be me. I struggle so much with names. But, like, I recognize faces and shit, and there's, like, nothing.
No, that's the thing. Like, affectionately, as someone who also has trouble putting, like, faces and names together, you could not have me tell you the difference between, like, Mary and Isabel, and,
I can tell you,
I don't even know what characters are!
That's a lie. I can tell you the difference. I can tell you how they died.
True. I could do that. I could tell you how they died, but I couldn't tell you anything else.
Well, why would you need to know anything else? They don't matter.
True, that's right. My bad.
Like, unless these next 2 episodes are, like, huge fucking lore drops, in which case, good job pacing your fucking shit, idiot. Like...
Yeah, because obviously that's when the story comes in. It's like this shitty, like, mommy porn romance novels where it's like, oh, here's the tension and all the sex, and then, oh, we're gonna cram all the plot in, like, the last 2 chapters. Like, that's not good writing, BB. What's the story you're telling, BB?
Tag your shit, PWP, or fuck off.
Exactly. GWP, gore without plot.
Definitely gore without plot. Christ, go away. Go away, nobody likes you! You smell like feet!
I would not be surprised if there was a foot fetish involved in here somewhere, simply because of the entitlement levels.
Listen, all I'm saying is that the record for dudes who make scary things on the internet out of extreme horror and turned out to be fucking freaks, who wrote stories about, like, extreme stories about, like, wanting to hurt children in CSA, and then turned out to actually be weird pedophiles. That ratio isn't good, is all I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you guys remember the book talk thing?
Mm-hmm.
When, I forgot the name of the author, but it was an author who wrote a story about, a guy finding out that women were people too, via, like, some sort of e-girl thing.
Oh, yeah!
And then there was, like...
Manic Pixie
Yeah,
E-Girl.
yeah. Manic Pixie e-girl, yeah. Hey, fun fact. Did you know that he was probably writing from experience? Did you know that when people started calling him out for being weird, he was like, well, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna support women. I'm gonna read books written by women who need, who need the attention, who, like, I can give him a shout out. Hey, this is a book that I read from Margaret Atwood. It's like, God.
Women who need a shout out. Margaret Atwood. Christ alive.
Sometimes I'm blessed with being so stupid that I don't know what's going on sometimes.
She is a New York Times bestseller.
Oh, cool,
Yeah.
so it means nothing.
Yeah, a shout out from him means nothing because he's no one. And he wrote a book called Manic Pixie E-Girl. And it's Margaret fucking Atwood.
Unfucking believable. Christ.
And if I remember correctly, he phrased it like, oh, these women need a little bit more promotion on their books. They need, a boost in their career. Who are you, good sir? Like, actually, who are you? Margaret at this wood.
Horrible. 0 out of 10, Dia. Well done.
Hey, Monster King wrote it, not me. Monster
Fair
King
enough.
wrote it. I just read it.
No, it's
Fair enough.
it's
Monster
the fucking,
King,
like,
0 out of 10.
She corn on my beef till I hash.
She stroking my beef till I'm off. She beefing on my stroganoff.
She beefing till I'm
I'm
stroking
sorry.
off. I'm stroking off till I beef.
She's stroking me
God.
off, so we got beef. I love that so much. That is one of my favorites. Is all of that stuff. I love that whole bit. I love incredibly loud and correct buzzer.
I will wear that 0 out of 10 with pride. You know what? I respect it. I respect the hustle.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I can't be mad at him. He's right.
She book on my tick till I talk.
Do you guys want to know the current state of she punk on my cyber till I 77?
Sure.
Oh no.
Tell me all about it.
We meet a character. His wall decorations is a lo-fi hologram of 2 Sphinx cats moving and staring at each other.
God, me too.
Fair
Just
enough.
on the wall.
Fuck, man, me too.
Same.
Maybe I will fucking shade these. Maybe I'll hit up a multiply layer and just not be a bitch. Who knows? Who knows? Who can be sure? She talk on my book till I tick.
Eh.
I love she's struggling on my beef till I'm off. It's so fucking stupid.
You beefing on my stroganoff?
She beefing with my stroganoff? No.
She's stroking me off, so we got beef?
Oh god, so I speaking of women,
Oh, cool. Excellent
Oh, boy.
start. Please continue.
last night when I was feeling like shit, as I was trying to like cool down for the evening, I was watching TikToks and I came across I don't know if you've ever seen The Man with the List.
Oh
No.
God, yeah.
I talked to you
No,
about it.
Oh, you did.
I don't know what the
Oh my
list
God.
is, and I'm afraid.
So a guy on TikTok specifically stitches women who are shitty to their boyfriends.
Okay.
It's women who are like, oh, I have a new ick, and it's a guy just truly existing.
Okay, yeah, no.
And like, I'm gonna be so fucking for real. Like, a couple of them I could be like, yeah, that's kind of shallow, but like, I get it, I guess. Whatever, back and forth, fine. Hand to God. My favorites were a man who, I shit you not, was simply tying his shoes.
A man who washed his windows.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah, this motherfucker, all he did in the clip when she's like, it's the like, you look so dumb right now. It's that audio.
Uh-huh.
But like, the man simply just tied his shoes.
What? But
Typing in lowercase is an ick.
I saw one of a guy who was playing with his dogs. Like he was laying on the
Listen.
ground. He was laying on the ground with the cutest little fucking golden doodle puppies I've ever fucking seen. And she was like, it's so fucking feminine. And I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with you? I would kill.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, he's like super handsome too. Like he's a good looking dude. And she's like, oh, it's so fucking feminine for him to be like happy to play with these puppies. I'm like, dog, do you have any idea what I would give to have to watch a hot guy frolic with a group of puppies for a little bit? That fucking rules. Good for him. Fuck you.
No, you know what it reminds me of a little bit? Have you seen, there's a bit that I vividly remember of somebody, like some woman on Reddit or something like that, who was like, God, my boyfriend loves his cat too much.
Yeah!
He should be paying
Oh
to me.
God.
And I'm like, are you, ma'am, you're jealous of a cat.
I saw another...
Ugh.
I saw a different girl who was on TikTok and said that she was dating a guy who legitimately got weird and insecure because she greeted her dog at the door before she let him in. And I'm like, dude, therapy. Like, come on. Like, my brother in Christ, come on.
Have you seen the one where it's like, it was a Reddit story, but it was about a woman and she was like, oh, I love my husband so much. He's such a good catch. I'm so lucky to have him. And like, the guy is like a surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
And she had gotten pregnant and she was giving birth, but the husband couldn't be there because he was saving another child's life. Like he was in the middle of surgery as his wife was giving birth. And post-birth, his wife was like, I'm filing for divorce. This is uncalled for. This is bullshit. He doesn't love me. I can't trust him to be there. Ma'am, he was saving someone's life. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hi, in my opinion, if you're gonna date somebody like that, like a doctor or somebody who's on call, like a police or a firefighter, you should be expecting something like that.
Yes, exactly. Like, fucking communicate. And it's not like she was like, it would be one thing if, like, she was like, oh, I didn't realize that this is what you had to do. But, like, she knew. She boasted about it in this Reddit post. And then got all like, I'm going to file for divorce and he'll never see his kid again because, God forbid, he do his job and save a child's life. And, like, mind you, she was like, oh, you know, I really need you to come here. And he's like, I cannot mentally be there with you while you give birth, knowing that potentially someone died because of my inaction. Like, and fucking, oh, God.
And Chad shit, truly.
Yeah.
Like, like, obviously, on all levels except physical, fuck this bitch, but, like...
Of course.
What a fucking Chad King thing to do. Like,
Absolutely.
I cannot let a child die. I would be sitting there just thinking about... Because me too. I'd just be sitting there thinking, like, oh man, I'm letting this kid die. What a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you prioritize saving someone's life.
God.
I would like to ask you a question, Dio.
Yay.
Because it was brought up in chat.
Okay.
So you are Latina, yes? Latino.
I am Latino, yes.
You are Latino. So Danica's talking about she has a sore throat. By the way, get better.
Mm-hmm.
Rest. But somebody said, somebody brought up Vicks.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I have heard the rumors
about
the Latino households and Vicks. Are the rumors true? Asks the white person.
Yes, the rumors are true. We used to be a Vicks household, and then my mom got into weird holistic medications and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like your mom.
But yeah. But no, yeah, Vicks, that'll clear your shit right up. Like
Vicks
the Vicks vapor rub. Yeah. No, it'll like rub it on your chest. If you feel you need to rub it under your nose, go ahead and rub it under your nose, but that might be a little bit too much. Definitely on the chest though, that's a good area. Because the vapors will reach you.
So fun fact, because of that, because I used to work in retail and I would get really sniffly sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of those Vicks inhalers.
Ooh,
and it has been the best perch. I've had this Vicks inhalers for 4 years, and it is still just as strong as the day I bought it.
Oh yeah.
It's a little miracle drug. If my nose starts stiffly, I take it's my favorite drug. I take a shot of that. It's like, cool, my lungs work again.
Yeah, Vicks is like queers. They'll never die.
Exactly.
One of my Midwestern tried and true, if you have a sore throat, so if you've got like strep, bronchitis, you got like a bacterial infection or like a viral infection, what you do, you get a mug of water, you heat it up like you would be making tea. You wait until it is very hot but just drinkable. Wait until it barely becomes potable. You dissolve like a tablespoon's worth of salt in that motherfucker. And then you do not drink it, you gargle it. And you do that every like 2 or 3 hours. That shit will cut your recovery time in half.
Oh hell yeah. You can get rid of hiccups by either drinking specifically chocolate milk or any form of carbonated drink, unless you're heating.
I can't.
I just hold my breath.
Oh, do you know my deep lore, Aether? Why I can't
No,
drink
but I love heat and deep lore. Gimme.
Why I can't
Heat and deep lore is so fun.
Why I can't drink carbonated beverages?
I do not know, but I would love to hear. I love deep lore.
This is for you and for chat. This is 100% actually true. I have spoken to a doctor about it. I can't burp.
You can't burp? What?
I'm physically incapable.
How?
Because of the shape of my esophagus.
Okay.
Okay. Well, esophagus.
Because of the there's something with like the folds of my esophagus, so I can't burp. By the way, in case you're wondering, yeah, it sucks. It sucks ass.
But yeah, no, for hiccups, my mom taught me I just hold my breath for a while and they go away.
Speaking of, are we gonna cooperate?
No.
Okay. Well, that's weird. Okay. Huh. My heart rate just jumped up, and I got really flushed all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Quick, we need to do something to bring it down. I know. Does D&D lower your things? Lower your.
Sometimes this is like just a weird physiological response. I'm starting to I think I know why it's happening, because this is what happened last night. My shit is simply just kind of off. Do you need some water? Probably. My mouth's a little dry and my bottle is empty.
Go get some water, BB.
Well, I'll just end stream once I finish this. Hang on, let me...
Yeah, pog.
Wait.
Oh, hello? What?
Hello.
I received a throne gift? Hello?
Hey, yo.
And a curse from Feck.
Yes! Thank you, Monster King! Yumeku Kenbun. Listen, I really like Nightmare Inspector.
Wait.
No, I'm gonna finish this. Hang on, let me...
Curse fun fact, though.
Yeah, I'll get the curse fun fact. One sec. This is one. People who are slowly going blind might suffer from Charles Bonnet syndrome, where they hallucinate patterns, or in some case, people.
This is true. I am speaking from experience.
Yeah, you know how I know you are?
Good job.
Because the first time I debuted that fun fact, you out loud went, "That's a thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And you were like, "Oh. Huh."
Yeah. Really makes you think about the state of your body. It's like autism fun facts on TikTok.
Okay, it's starting to go away. I'm still gonna probably finish this and then dip out for the night. But, like, this just kind of happens from time to time. My, there's a lot of things, TM, going on. Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you.
James SOS me.
Thank you, James. That was really funny. Didn't even ask. She just walked up, just took my water bottle and left.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Thank you, James.
No water for you, I guess.
No, because it's empty. So James must have DM'd her to be like, "Go get Heat and some water."
Okay.
But yeah, this just kind of happens from time to time. My body is cringe and barely functions. Fun fact, it's why I lost my last real big girl job.
Aww. Hug.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Like, I I ended up taking a lot of break time. I needed to go home a bunch because, like, I would just shut down, like, completely. There were days where I would have to sit in the bathroom for, like, 5 to 10 minutes because, like, I was sweating and sick to my stomach, and I was just overstimulated and stressed out, and I just completely, like, physically shut down. My body started turning off. I'd get hot flashes, I'd get weak and dizzy, I'd get headaches a lot. Like, it's why I had to, it's why I had to drop out of college as well. Was because I just physically was not well. Thank you very much.
I thought maybe James had asked you to message me, and I was like, well, I'm cramping, but okay. He didn't send me no streaming, so the boys are
James did.
making dinner. So.
No, it was just, I told them, I was like, oh, my heart rate jumped up and I'm getting a little sweaty. I'm gonna finish this and then probably dip and go lay down. And James was like, asked me, do you need some water? And I said, oh, probably, but my thing is empty, and so...
James did say it was easier to message Brooke than come over myself.
Yeah, that's a good one. But like,
Hold on.
yeah, my shit is like, this is gonna sound like such a weird fucking way to phrase this, but like, my shit is like a lot more, I don't want to say severe than, I don't want to say it's more severe than you would think, but like, it is. My shit is like, I have a pretty good handle on it most of the time, but like, sometimes, dog, my shit just turns the fuck off for like no reason. Best fucking
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Question from Big Mac. Food question: for a gothic feast, would you guys drink a Dr. Jekyll potion made out of gin and tonic?
I can't drink alcohol. Otherwise,
no, because I get really I'm not a heavy drinker. I am a very light drinker. Speaking of very light drinkers,
I am a teetotaler.
I am a recovering alcoholic.
yeah. So sounds like Aether.
Do you drink G's and T's, perhaps, Aether?
Aether's not there, so we can casually assume that.
No, my
Aether
bad.
is...
I was muted.
Good job.
No, I don't. Yeah, thank you. I don't drink gin and tonics. If I drink, it's usually like a shot or two, if that, of something in a soda.
Okay, so it looks like none of us would drink it, regardless of whether or not it could turn us into Mr. Hyde.
What is your character question?
Would the gift wizard exist in the same land as my wife?
No. Gift Wizard is specifically from Crafty's setting.
Ah, dang it! I thought it did. I was thinking that could have led to funny interactions.
I think Iriel would find him very charming. She'd think he's very cute.
And what would the gift wizard think?
He would think that she is very sweet as he fleeces her for more money. She's a good girl. I almost feel a little bad. Almost. But like the perfect example, right, of my body being shitty and cringe, is a while back, a couple months ago. I still don't know why this happened. We were sitting downstairs, we were hanging out and talking, and I started, like, it started happening. I started feeling my heart race, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm clearly not feeling that well. And Justin's like, okay. So I stopped the conversation. I go upstairs. I got, like, to the bathroom, and, like, everything gave out. Like, I almost passed out on the floor. My whole body got really weak. And I almost hit the floor. And I realized that my rescue meds were upstairs at the time, so I had to call Brooke. I had to, like, DM her. I was like, can you go get me my meds? They're on the next floor. I can't get up. And she came up and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I got really weak all of a sudden. I'm not doing so hot. Like, and still don't know what caused it. But sometimes I just get random, like, strong bouts of, like, I get heart palpitations, I get shaky, I get a lot, I have, like, off and on, I have a lot of problems with, like, physical weakness. But, like, I just, like, and I don't know why. I've talked to my doctors about it. All of them think it's some side effect of, like, my mental health problems, and they're probably right, because they've run a bunch of tests on me, and for all of them, they've all come back just fine. So, like, I'm not dying or nothing. Oh shit, that's the wrong ass button. But, like, my fucking stupid physiology is just cringe and lame. Can you still use alcohol and cooking? Yeah, it's not that I can't consume it, like, at all. I just can't drink alcohol. In case anyone at home is wondering, it's because I take SSRIs, so I can't drink alcohol. It makes me sick.
An unrelated question.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember the figure that I sent you the link for?
Mm-hmm.
That's currently on a... Never mind, I found the website. Sorry.
Okay. I'm glad I could help.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, I just, like, I tried it once just to see, because a lot of people in my life were like, like, one's not gonna kill you. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And I mean, for the most part, I'm a teetotaler. I just don't drink, because I don't like the taste of alcohol. But every so often, I've been like, I'll have one while I was like, I'll have some when we were with friends, and then bleh. It's all fun and games until you remember how your medicine works. Oh, I have a funny drinking story, actually. When I was visiting, when I was meeting my new extended family, this is a long story, but never mind. The point is, when I was meeting my new extended family, they asked us all to... No, you know what? I'm gonna frame this story a little differently. I was talking to Dio. Or no, it was you and I was talking to. We were talking about alcohol. Because I asked if, I kept seeing... I saw one of those slime companies. And their slime was soju scented. And I kind of tilted my head, and so I sent... Because I remembered Yoon talking about it at some point, and so I sent Yoon a message, and I'm like, is soju alcohol, or is it, like, a flavor that gets used in alcohol? Because the only other time I've heard of soju is in relation to alcohol. And he says, it's alcohol. I'm like, okay. And then we went back and forth. We were talking about alcohol. And I said, limoncello is the fucking worst. It tastes like floor cleaner. It makes me want to die. It makes my eyes water. I hate it. And he goes, limoncello is a liqueur. You're not supposed to drink that by itself. And I sighed and I said, not normally you're not. And he goes, what the fuck does that mean? And I'm like, so when you're Italian... and I told him the story of when I met some of my extended family after dinner. They passed out everyone shots of limoncello, just straight limoncello.
Yep.
Because that's because that's what you do at the end of dinner.
You do. You take a shot of limoncello. It's like a dessert. It's a dessert shot, supposedly.
Yeah, it's supposed to cleanse your palate. And boy howdy does it. But limoncello tastes fucking awful.
Oh, it's horrible. Like I said, it's Pledge floor cleaner.
Yeah, it tastes like Pledge floor cleaner. It's so bad. And it's like, I don't know if it's the brand that my family gets, or what the fuck, but that shit looks like you cut open a highlighter and poured it into a shot glass. That shit looks like it, like drinking it would kill you. It's the worst.
Have I ever told you my one alcohol story?
No, go ahead.
Really quick. So, when I was in high school, as you do, I was stupid, then I decided, you know what, I can take AP Physics. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
However, I had it at 7 a.m. every morning, and at the end of October, because it was the end of quarter one, we had a quarter final, which was everything we'd gone over after that quarter. And I'm walking to school with my one friend at the time. I don't remember anything about him. Other than, like, I knew he smoked, but he never, like, smoked around me, because I don't like smoking. So we were chill. And I was like, God, I'm really nervous for this. Like, it's been so hard for me to pay attention, because it's 7 in the morning. He was like, oh, do you want something to drink? You know? And I was like, oh, cool. And I'm thinking, like, he's got water or something. My first thought should have been when he pulled out an ice-cold flask out of his backpack. My second thought should have been, maybe I shouldn't. So I had 5 shots of Fireball.
Oh.
In class?
No, on the way to school.
Fuck yeah.
Like, we were walking across the soccer field.
So vinegar. What vinegar pussy?
Yeah. We were walking across the soccer field. I had 5 shots of alcohol, walked into that AP Physics test and got a 97%.
Hell yeah.
Powerful. That shit's raw power. That's awesome. That's so cool. You're so
And that's
cool.
That's why I still
So
kind of
cool.
like Fireball. And everyone's like, oh, it sucks. I'm like, yeah, Fireball does suck a little, but also it's kind of nice.
I cast Fireball.
Yeah, I cast Fireball on my memory. I have no recollection of that day until lunchtime.
But I don't drink. I've had alcohol exactly twice. One time I cried a bunch, and then the other time I got wicked sick. But we're done. We've done it.
Yippee! They
Go to
look so
sleep.
nice.
Yay.
Go to sleep now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a little resty rest. I feel better now. I think I just needed some water. I think you were right.
Good.
But I'm still gonna go lay down because I still don't feel the best. But I think I truly like. I'm not. If I start feeling like it's affecting my health, I will stop. But like for now, I don't feel like I'm. But I feel like the subathon is just kind of. It's. I don't feel like I'm dying, but I think that's part of why I've been weak. But then again, I've also been I've been watching, or like I've been doing these one after the other, and I think what I might start doing is doing what I initially planned and doing them in the evening. Because then I get a little more rest time in between. Means I can take like a proper nap after lunch. I can like recuperate. Oh Jesus. But I've been trying to do them in the afternoon because we have a guest, because Ben's here. But I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm going.
But
to
Ben's
rest.
leaving soon too.
Ben's leaving tomorrow.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay.
So we're gonna send you to Avi, who is playing God Hand, or it looks like watching God Hand. But I'm gonna send you to God.
Let's do it anyways.
I'm gonna send you over to Avi. Tomorrow morning's prompt is Hanahaki disease, which is gonna be fun.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I love Hanahaki.
I do too. I think it's such a fun concept.
It is so good.
But I'll see you tomorrow morning for that. And if I'm not dying, we're gonna start Martha is Dead.
Ooh, it's that, and then Rachel Foster is the day after.
Rachel Foster is the day after.
I'm so excited for both of these because I've never experienced Martha is Dead.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Is it Rachel Foster bad?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm
Awesome.
going to
Good
ready.
luck.
But I'm gonna send you over to Avi, who's having fun.
All right.
And I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.